You are here with By the Cover. Today I'm going to be reviewing Night Shift by Stephen King. This book was 435 pages and took me 3 days to read. I would rate this a 7.5 out of 10. This is Stephen King's first collection of short stories that he released. For the collection as a whole, so far this is my favorite short story collection by Stephen King. All of the stories in this one, for the most part, felt very fresh and unique. I rated 13 stories in this collection above a 7.5 out of 10. There was a good mix. Some of the stories were firmly rooted in horror, some were heartfelt and emotional, and some were funny. All of them were very entertaining. The ones that got above a 7.5 for me were I Am the Doorway, The Mangler, The Boogeyman, Gray Matter, Battleground, Trucks, Sometimes They Come Back, The Ledge, The Lawnmower Man, Quitters Inc., The Last Rung on the Ladder, The Man Who Loved Flowers, and The Woman in the Room. 4 of the stories got between a 6 and a 7.5 out of 10. Those were Night Shift, Night Surf, Strawberry Spring, and One for the Road. And then 3 stories got rated below a 5 for me, which were Jerusalem's Lot. I'm not a fan of vampire stories in general, but this one had a very weird narrative structure that I did not like. It had very flowery and dramatic writing that I just did not enjoy. I Know What You Need. I thought the story was fairly lackluster and it dragged on way too long. And then surprisingly, Children of the Corn also ranked pretty low. This is a case where the movie was better than the book. The book focused primarily on the relationship drama between the 2 primary characters. They were pretty much divorce ready and they just were not likable. It also didn't focus on the kids hardly at all, so I did not enjoy that story as much as the movie. I think the movie added some things and changed a few things that made it better than the book. Overall, the average of all the stories combined was a 7.5, which is higher than any other short story collection of Stephen King's that I have read so far. I really enjoyed this one. That's about it. We'll catch you later.